Hoi hoi, hello, hello, hello all. Can you hear me properly? Hopefully you can. But hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. It has been a while, hasn't it, chat? It's been a while. Oh, that works. But thank you for this hobby. Thank you for this hobby. No, I'll eat you. I'll eat you. You'll be eaten. Oh, that worked. Does this work? Test.
Test.
Blinks. Is it... Why is my... TTS does not work. TTS does not work, guys. For some reason. Okay, welcome in. Chat. I don't have that. I don't have a tab up, so I can't see who followed. Shit. But hello, welcome in. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Oh, hello, Teapot. Hello. No, I eat you. You get eaten. But, yeah, we are playing Slay the Princess. I have actually been able to avoid all spoilers for this game. Like, every single spoiler, I've been able to avoid it. No, you jester. So I actually have not seen anything for this game. Like, zip. I just know the base concept is like a princess and it's a horror game and you're like a demon or something. You're gonna hide. When do you wanna hide, Hannah? You gonna go run away? Well, don't worry, I don't bite much. But okay, have a good lurk, Hannah. Have a good lurk. But we're gonna get started. And yes, this is a horror game, as it says. This is a horror game. It is a horror game, and is not intended for all audiences. Slay the Princess contains flickering images effects as well as a parallax effect, which occurrence causes motion sickness. Willow, you're not sub to me. That's okay. You don't have to sub Willow if you can't afford it. Willow, don't worry about it. But okay, let's get started. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no permanent endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. It's a love story. Okay. Pretty noises. Bum 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 bum. It sounds pretty. The hero and the princess. Okay. Okay. Ooh. There's narration. Okay, okay, okay. When you're thankful for this, I'll be Willow. Um, but this game has narration. I don't commonly see games that have narration. Is it loud enough for you guys? Is it too quiet? Let me know. Because if it's too loud, I'll turn it down. If it's too quiet, I'll turn it up. Mama, mama, mama. Hunter. Duster. Mister. You didn't hear... You should have heard the narrator. Is it too quiet? Did you hear it then? Did you hear the narrator then? Did you guys not hear the narrator? You guys can't hear it? Because, like, it's loud for me. Oh god, there's a lot of options. Holy shit. Uh, holy shit. There's a lot of options. Explore. The end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to the end of the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Why has your Helldivers been lagging all day, huh? Can't someone else do it? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Oh my god. Oof. Do I get some sort of reward for this? Oh, okay, I think you were telling me what to do. Sweet, I always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Oh. Silently continue to the cabin. Turn around and leave. Chat. Chat. We Viva la revolution. You don't see. Oh. So the options under me are silently continue to the cabin and turn around and leave. Here. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah, Viva la revolution. I'll do this. I didn't realize there was gonna be this many. Where's it? I'm gonna. You're gonna get tinified, and you're gonna go over here, daughter of mine, and I'm going to. Shit, there's not really a good place. This should be okay, I think. So, like, Viva la Revolution, right? Viva la Revolution. That's the spirit. Can you guys hear the narrator? You guys can hear the narrator, right? Can you guys hear the narrator now? I don't know why you guys wouldn't be able to hear it. You guys should be able to. Can you? Guys? Chat? Okay, really? Chat. Why? What do you... Okay. Give me a second. Why? Really? Chat. Why? What do you... Okay. Give me a second. Okay, we're gonna restart because you guys I'd like us to hear the narration personally. So shit. Load. What? Oh, that just boots you from the whole game. Damn. Because you guys like aren't getting the whole experience if you don't hear anything. So we're gonna game. There we go. We're just gonna reload the parts so you guys can hear everything.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end.
Did it? Is it still not? Did it play for you guys? Did you guys hear the audio? Hello? Chat? Chat. Did you guys hear the audio? Hello? My... See, now it's not even... See, now you guys aren't hearing anything, right? No audio whatsoever? Why? Hey Spec, we're having some technical difficulties. I'm not sure why. I do not know why it is not working, and it's getting a little annoying. But hello. Can you guys hear me at least? Like, I can be heard, right? You guys can hear me? I hope? Can you hear the sound from the game now? Can you hear the music now? Can you guys hear that? It's a piano. It's like a piano music. Okay, good. So I think I fixed it. Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? Is it overpowering? Hopefully it's not too overpowering. I hope. It's perfect? Okay. Then we're gonna try this again. Maybe a tad bit loud. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Was the audio good there? Was the audio good for the narrator? Because I think the narrator is going to be an integral part of this, because it has you responding to the narrator. So narrator's good? It's good? Okay. Okay, good. Good. Yee. We can move on now.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world. So we'll do the Viva la Revolution, because yeah. But first I want to say turn around and leave. But we'll save. Yes. But I want to turn around and
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I don't know. I might. Ooh. Okay, fine, you're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and I'll slay the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her, maybe I won't. I guess you'll see. Lie. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Like, there's gotta be an achievement for just not acknowledging the narrator, right?
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
True.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Exactly.
That's
How the fuck?
strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Damn. Turn around and
You're
again.
really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
How do I trust that? Like, you're a voice in my head. How do I know that the world's gonna die? You're a voice. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in this world, in the woods, and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Quietly continue down
Your
the path.
silence is deafening. But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
You see, I don't believe in fate, or the universe for that matter. It is, and hi Massey, hi, welcome in. We're pissing off this narrator, as we do, as I do, and as I did at the Stanley Parable. There is no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find my way out of this place. Yeah, that's about right.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Again, you're a voice in my head. How do you know this?
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Does our character have schizophrenia?
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Good. And hello, Mizaki. Chapter 2? Wait, you mean that was actually an option to do
You're
that?
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Explore. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already? Okay, no. You aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? Where the hell is she? Oh, you bastard. You're in her now. I'm wise to your tricks. But I died. The whole world ended. What am I doing here? Those walls weren't here last time. You're just gonna force me to go to the cabin. Yep, okay. Heading to the cabin now, or I'm definitely going to slay the princess. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Silently proceed to the cabin. Save. Boop. 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 Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
You can't gaslight me like that.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
Voice of the Contrarian? Oh, I get it now. Oh, okay.
If by ruining my day you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
You know, you can't gaslight me like this.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
No, it's a professional time loop.
Yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Aren't you a pathetic little voice narrator? Yep, okay, heading...
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
No.
A warning before you go any further.
Okay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Don't believe a word she said. Well, how can I trust you?
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
That's true, voice of the Contrarian.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
I mean, he could be right. How do I know you're not just being difficult?
Let's keep an open mind.
No, why would I keep an open mind, voice of the hero? Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space.
So
it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Ooh, blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Bye-bye, Misaki. Bye-bye.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
What? Voice of the Contrarian, I really can't combat that.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
But we don't know if the knife's real.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
No, this is not a princess.
You can't just say that. And when everything here is so wrong.
Agreed, voice of the hero.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
But how do I believe that?
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
But...
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
I agree, voice of the Contrarian.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
But... No, I'm not mewing. I am not mewing. No. Mussy, no.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
I don't wanna.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
I agree, voice of the hero.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Damn.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
I mean, I guess that's true, but it's not really the first time. You weren't here the first time.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
But accept it if we stop talking about it.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Going through the door? Splur, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror. Take the blade. Enter the basement. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
You know what? That doesn't sound like a good idea.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
But there's a mirror.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
I agree, voice of the Contrarian. Why would...
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Oh.
But it was there a second ago.
I think we're evil.
And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see. You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
We're definitely evil, right, guys?
Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that.
Hold it like how?
Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
The Contrarian is a rogue. Got it.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
We're gonna hold the blade the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better?
You guys can't see the blade because it's using the mouse cursor, but so the first time I was holding it like a hi Sarah, hi Sarah, Mussy, wait a minute, Mussy, you need to shout out Willow and you need to shout out Sarah, please and thank you, or Jester, could you do that please and thank you? One of you do that please. Shout out Sarah and shout out Willow. That should have been done earlier, but I blinked. I was trying to fix the audio trouble. Hello, cuties. Hello.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess.
Stab. Throw the blade out the window. So guys, do we want to enter the basement with the dagger, or do we want to throw it out the window? Do we want to yeet it out the window? Yeet. We could just yeet it out the window, just throw it, just yeet. Yeet. Throw the dagger. Chaos. Throw the dagger.
Ah, yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out.
Why is there two broken
the
areas?
I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends? Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it eventually.
I agree with you, the voice of the contrarian.
I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon.
We have our claws.
What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
I don't think we're a hero, but okay.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching
Gay.
staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
She's broken, actually. I don't... Did you guys hear the TTS bot? You guys did? I didn't hear it. Weird. Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear it. I don't know why I didn't hear it. Ah! Okay. Hydrate. I do have hydrate, actually. I do have...
The TTS bot isn't real, Val. It's just a figment of your imagination.
You see, I can't hear the TTS bot, just so you know. So I don't see that. Like, I see it because I have a thing that shows it on my screen, but I do not hear it. So we're gonna keep going.
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Nah, it totally goes down, see?
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once.
Damn.
An odor that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Wait a minute, guys, I'm gonna turn off my heat. I'm going to turn off my heat. Then I sit back in the chair. And we play.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I mean, probably.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
I don't like that.
Oh, don't be such a baby.
I don't like that at all.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
I agree with you, voice of the hero.
We don't even have a weapon.
Oh, we threw it out a window.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but
No, we
forward.
didn't.
And whatever choice
we didn't try
make,
to turn around.
whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
No, not that.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
I agree with you, voice of the contrarian.
Welcome in, welcome in.
Hi, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I cannot see who followed, but thank you and welcome in. It is good to see you. Need to... no. Oh, the jack-o'-lantern, I believe. I think that's who's here. Yeah. Oh, take the harsh stairs to the left. Take the center stairs. Take the soft stairs to the right. We're gonna go the harsh stairs to the left.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor.
Ew.
You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
Oh. Save.
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
No, I'm not turning on the heater. I turned it off.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was the trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement.
No, it's not
Don't
cold.
forget why you're here.
I don't remember why I'm here. I kind of lost sight of that a while ago. When I went down the stairs.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here? He's just being an ass. We remember. Though
No,
I'm
we
still
don't.
not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
She definitely does not seem normal. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you've locked yourself down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent to slay you. Let's be direct. Let's tell her.
And do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
I kind of think I'm some sort of monster, but I don't know.
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew.
Let him stew. I agree.
Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it.
It seems not, but the Contraria didn't exist until after I did that.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you
It's a
need
good
to do
game.
it now.
The voice acting is really nice, but I still feel like our characters are schizophrenic.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
You know, that might not be a bad plan. There's more now. What's your name? Getting down here is weird. Oh, it just repeats. Can't trust you. Trust anything here. Wait, regretfully. Oh, that time he threw the blade out the window. Princess Harm. Princess Harm. There's more of you now.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
So you're talking.
It must be fear creeping into
She's
your
talking.
heart.
Okay.
You know you can't stop me.
Gotcha.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
I see now there's 3.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I, which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already
I
are.
think they're already complicated. There's 3 of them.
How would we even do that? Where would we start?
True.
We could always start by retrieving the blade.
But the blade's upstairs.
The one he made us throw out the window.
He made us. The Contrarian just suggested you did it. Wait.
I wasn't the one who threw it.
You weren't. I was, but you were, but... Huh.
Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us.
Not 100% schizophrenic.
Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Well, why would we want to?
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her.
What happens if we keep multiplying her?
It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Oh, yeah, I want to make everything worse. What's your name? Getting down here is weird. If I let you out here, what are you going to do? I'm getting out of here just for your... You know what? You usually think weird, it's making me press all of them. If I let you out here, what are you going to do?
I don't think what I do really matters, does it?
I guess not.
I just want to live my life. I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me
Sure.
down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that. Besides,
You already know what I'm going to do.
Not a single real answer.
You're right, it's not.
At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it?
But these 3 don't seem hostile, it's this one. The one at the top.
Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under?
The voice of the Contrarian, you seem a little stressed.
Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse.
True.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
Because eventually we'll be able to ask enough answers.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Contrarian, calm down.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do,
She's
really.
talking.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
She's talking.
Princess,
her.
No, I don't need a name.
My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
I see.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
That doesn't mean she's not trustworthy.
What, like you need me to hold your hand to tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
True.
Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
Huh.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up,
I will devour you.
Weird. It's making me do all 3 options here. Weird.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
I agree with that.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world,
That was kind of
the
sickening.
princess collapse in on themselves.
That
before
crack.
falls apart.
That did not fall apart.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
No.
what happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Well, contrarian, but yes they do.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Yeah.
Please.
I'll do my best. Uh-oh. Huh. Well, I guess the issue's solved. Ooh, when everything is possible, nothing is. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone, replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd ever gone about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
I don't know. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
Something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Wait. I thought we were the hero. Wait.
No. Don't do that.
So I approach
I'm
the
begging you,
mirror.
don't do this.
Approach the mirror. This mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
Go to the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. before they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what it is. It's you. I was right. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Hello, dear.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes. The gift of the fragile vessel? What are you? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of here. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the world beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Destroy your body? What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
I see.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
I see.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I need to find? And what do I do? Don't let you do this to me. How many more pieces of you do I need to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Huh. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Everything. No. I was sent to slay Princess Opera and destroy Mom. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
I suppose that's true. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I see. Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I see.
You won't.
Damn. Everything goes dark and you die. Rip. Here on the princess. Bring the stranger to her. Oh.
You're on a path in the woods.
You know it
and
when
at the
you
end
see
of that
it.
path is a
Okay.
cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
No, it just reshapes it. Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything
Okay.
in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Right. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the
Cabin's not-
cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
Oh god, you heard my
Perched on
bones
that
crack.
table is a
Oof.
pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm just gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp. a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Probably, but I don't know.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Right.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
It was my choice. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you, continues down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Damn.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Cuddle her.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
No.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's see what I can do.
Only making this more difficult.
That's true. But that's fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Probably.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding
like
the
the look in
princess
her
to
eyes.
the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Damn.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I mean, why not? Stairs. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Maybe.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
How would we cut you out of them if they're...
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Oh.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Oh.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Damn.
Is someone else here?
Try
You try
the door.
but it's locked from the outside.
Damn.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Well, I didn't want to.
Easier for whom?
For you, or for me.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I have claws, I could throttle her.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
They did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's
Because
voice.
they want me to kill you.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
We could.
She barely hesitates
Oh.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone,
Oh.
a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Potentially. I think it is.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Oh.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Oh.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Oh.
No, she didn't.
Oh.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Oh.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Oh, I have the dagger still. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards
How would you
and
know
takes
who
the
I
blade
was?
from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges
Damn.
it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
I can't expect her to know how to kill somebody.
Oh no!
What do you
I'm
mean
so
everybody knows
sorry.
about me?
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
What do you mean everybody knows about me? What did I do?
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
I'm confused what you mean by that. I did what thing? The thing? I've done a lot of things. The Verularium is an incident. I'm confused. Is this something I have to look up? I'm very confused. Was it the, what is it, the 37 bodies? Was that it? Ah! Hydrate. Okay, I'll hydrate.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again
That was
and
one of
again,
them.
and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Damn.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry!
Damn, she just hit in the same spot.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
One is in the minor incidents folder. Damn.
I'm so sorry!
Damn.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
It can.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your
She looks
choice.
so sad.
It's over. everything goes dark,
And you die.
and you die.
Does she look so... The damsel? Wait a second. We died.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no. But I died. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Voice of the smitten.
Excuse me? Forget he said anything.
Damn.
But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Damn.
Last time? What are you talking
So the
about?
narrator doesn't remember.
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them.
Exactly.
Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior
Oh,
of the cabin
that's
is
medieval.
clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and rub your hand
Mirror's
against the
still there.
cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous
There's
you
a mirror
are.
there.
But there was a mirror a second
It's
ago.
still there.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Enter the basement. We're not taking the knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches
I'm
positioned
turning
along
back
the
on the
walls.
heat. You guys are just gonna deal with the
The
heat fan.
basement almost seems welcoming.
You guys are
in
just
the
gonna have to deal with
firelight.
the heat fan. Because it's getting too cold in the house. It's like 35 degrees outside. Alrighty.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
It's pretty
A
though.
soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
I am.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Damn.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can
Right.
still do right by her without all this
Fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Definitely. Oh, I didn't get an option that
You
time.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
That's pretty gay.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Wait a minute. She remembers?
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
But shouldn't it be the three? Because the narrator has acknowledged my existence before.
Waiting for you to come back.
Okay,
here
put it
before,
down,
haven't you?
cutie.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters
I'd be
is
the
you have a chance
first.
to do it right this time.
Huh.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
It is. I saw the announcement and the new internet seems to be doing it. I don't have new internet yet. The new internet's going to be 100 times better. I'm just home alone, so there's nobody else using the rest of the internet. I won't have the new internet till sometime next week. And it's going to be like 50 megabytes per second, if not more. And like 10 to 20 upload. And hi, noob. Hello, welcome in, hun.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
So, Massey. Massey. Get wrecked. Get absolutely terrorized, Massey. Get absolutely terrorized.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
No. Sorry, you killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that? I didn't bring a knife, but I have to cut you out again. What happened after I died? I have to ask you, did you end the world after you killed me back then? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
I mean, if she's been malnourished enough, technically you could, because it would be designed for when she had thicker hands.
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
Ah, you know, that does make sense.
I'm not sure I follow.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I mean, yeah.
I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
Even my brain is not contemplating what that means.
One of us has to be.
That's true, whatever it means.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her binding.
Can we kill this one already?
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Damn.
I would if you had a weapon.
And we don't.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
That sounded threatening. Also kind of hot.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. Guess I have to.
Yeah.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that
I mean,
of a true
it said as long as we believe that something can happen, it'll happen.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And then she pulls out a dagger and
Princess
kills
jumps
us.
up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
Ah, screw saving the world.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Can we kill him? I want to kill the smitten.
What do we do now?
I don't know. We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual
Well,
truth?
I don't know if it's the truth.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want to do. Do you want to enter the world? I just want to leave so we can figure it out later. If you want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
Yippee.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
I think you're just a nihilist.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually.
Do we?
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Rip.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
I'm waiting for the knife to plunge into her heart. I am kind of waiting for the knife to plunge into our heart, honestly. But let us see.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
You know what happens? There's far prettier girls on the screen. You know what? You know what? No. No you.
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and
God
the
damn
lock
it.
clicks.
Narrator.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair! We're supposed to leave now.
You're right, we're supposed to. Let's kill the narrator.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Can we kill the smitten too?
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will
Give me a
ever
second,
know.
guys. I need to tell Lazuli to take her medis. To take her medicines. Lazuli. Make sure you take... It goes for all of you. If anybody here has to take medicine, make sure you take your medicine.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Well, she's kind of nice right now.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah, we're just chilling. Do you think you can open the door? I think we can open it if we try it together. I think I've got this.
Okay, yeah, you've got...
You place your hand on the door, and... the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? Ha! I knew it. Your
Click.
words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together.
No, it's because
as
she
one.
believes that you can do it.
You and the princess make your way upstairs,
Uh-oh.
and the You're enjoying this, aren't you?
I am.
You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
I am.
I hate you.
And I hate you too.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
But didn't you want
Yes,
to?
I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin,
And then stab.
and
Oh,
then you
that's
step
not-
outside.
Oh. Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
It is not.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Tethers. Oh, there's the hands. Yoink. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her?
Yeah.
Is that a mirror?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It won't be.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Oh, it's okay. It's the end for you, but not me. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is known. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what it's in it. You've grown. Oh. 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 I'm not explaining. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much has changed? What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold
I'm not
when I
going
have
to
changed.
explain, because I don't know if it's what's going to happen.
But in this
But
moment,
I think I know.
all I want is to know myself and
Nice.
to know you.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. I cannot do the same thing I've done before.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only
I
paths
see.
of value are
So you
those
will
that
make
are
me
yet
travel
untread.
these paths. but not make me travel the others. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. Why? What do you want me to bring you next? What's the vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me, the vessels I've been bringing you? I've hurt them. How many more vessels do you need? If I don't know, things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
I see.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
I see.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I see.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
I suppose that's true, but you could be evil. You could be cruel. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
I suppose that's true.
My joy isn't seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
That is true. You don't have any preference on how you'd like to change or grow.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I see. I am ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
We will. And then it goes dark, and you die. The hero and the princess bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of you're here to slay her.
Skip. Consider because she's
While
locked
I
up.
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
We are not.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
You know, I don't believe you.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Cool.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Doesn't seem so.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
I don't wanna. Maybe I'm okay with the world ending. Forget it, I'm not doing this. Can someone else do it? Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short a warning. She will
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the blade is...
Take the blade. Enter the basement.
The door to the base... Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you. It's... Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Damn.
Focus on the task at hand.
No.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or
Stab,
something?
stab, 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 stab. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
Okay.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat.
Right.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna throw the blade.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Right.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Clatter.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Yes.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
I
You're
forgot
going to
it.
need it.
It's gone.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
That's true. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I do not. I'm told whether or not I believe it isn't really a different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk.
But you're not
this
talking.
Isn't talking.
I suppose that's true. But we are talking. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
That makes sense.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
I see.
Again, she offers no specifics, no matter how hard.
Don't jump to any weird
Two
conclusions.
who have met each other.
We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Wait, does that mean if I've met you, we have a relationship now? Is that what it is? How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
No.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
There you go.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
I have.
You know why you're here.
No, I don't. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other. I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Nope.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I can break them.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I think they would. Key's still lying around somewhere. No.
I'll be here.
Good.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try
You
the
try
door.
the door, but you're here to slay the prince. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too. The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Shush.
Against your bet, you cut into her. The blade is sharp.
So
She
let's
didn't so
make
much
it
as utter a
this.
freak. How is she so composed?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let us, the princess. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just watch me. Stop.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Yippee.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your...
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Maybe.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I wonder if I can go
I hope
without
it was
killing
worth
her
it.
the entire game. The prisoner. Interesting.
You're on a path in the woods, and you're here to slay her.
Deja vu, proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave.
A warning. She will... Did you... No, I didn't.
Oh,
Wait.
skeptic.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
I didn't. Wink. Proceed into the cabin. The skeptic.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
I see.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We're gonna approach the mirror again.
You walk up. What are you talking about?
Wipe the mirror
You
clean.
reach forward,
Mirror's
rub
gone.
your hand. But there was a mirror, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled.
Okay.
Maybe it'll be back.
I'm gonna take the knife.
You take good
We're
idea.
gonna go down the stairs.
Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope
Num
alone.
num 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 num. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches
Vaguely?
of slimy moss on the stone steps.
Slimy moss.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
No, it wouldn't be.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down
Jesus
the stairs
Christ.
and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
No.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
I agree.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how much? Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Understood.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I don't want to hurt you. My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall. Who's it for? What would you like me to do? I think I'm just going to leave you here, actually. You're not much of a threat to anyone locked up like that. Bye. What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's
Ominous? Yeah.
She seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
You have claws.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone.
I don't think
There's no guarantee
What are you
that what's good for her
about,
is
hun?
good for us. So, what should we do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
There are none.
Damn.
The pros are that we can't trust him. Possibly
Emotionless?
even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned.
True.
Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
That's true too. They could be. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that? I've been here before. I'm the alien. What happens after I died? The other chain on the wall. I'm not giving you a weapon. You realize that I have as much reason to trust you as you have to trust me? I'm not giving you the weapon. In case you forget you killed me in the last life, I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon. Okay, I'm trusting you. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with a weapon. Deal with it. Cut her out of your own. How would you do? You'd have to cut her neck. I'm just going to leave you. Slay the princess. I'm going to trust her.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
No, I slide it over.
Do you think this will work? Interesting that you're only having us remain in place. It's almost like there are very real limits
There
to
are
your
real
power.
limits to your power.
I don't know what you're talking about. The world ends if we fail, right? Her killing us might not be our only failure state, if you catch my meaning.
I don't know where you're going with this. Could you explain?
Could you explain, Skeptic?
Yes, explain it.
Sure, I'm insinuating that we could kill ourselves. Ruin this whole thing.
That's true.
You wouldn't.
We could.
I'm not afraid of dying. Are you?
I'm not.
A little. You got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade
Man, we
across
just
the floor.
threatened our lives. You see what I mean? I do see what you mean.
The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
No.
We'll watch.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she soars through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Because it won't kill her.
Huh. So that's her play.
Exactly.
Killing herself?
No.
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens.
The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you, dead.
You're such good
Congratulations!
boys and
You
girls.
saved the
Hi,
world.
Irad. Hello.
Hi, cutie Val.
I'm not a cutie, you're a cutie. I'll eat you. And thank you for the suppy. Hunter, Jester, could you please shout Red out? Thank you. Please and thank you.
Are you sure she's not winking at us?
Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please?
No.
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
What's the reward?
We should take her with us, don't you think?
I think so.
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save
Yeah.
the world, right?
She did save the world, didn't she? Didn't she?
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Why doesn't she deserve a burial?
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to
okay,
keep
I
things the
will
way you want them.
Shout out. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for shouting out, Rad.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward.
I don't
Stop reading
trust
into
you,
things. The
narrator.
danger is past.
I don't trust you,
can
narrator.
relax.
No, I can't.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard
Vroom
down.
vroom. Motorcycles.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
No. Take the princess with you.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead.
She's not.
But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Okay.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
That's not right.
Well played.
Hello. Free the prisoner.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already...
Bye-bye.
over? Is he gone?
He is.
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Yeah. Bye-bye. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memories return.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
No.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end. Just trust me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back.
Do not fear.
Fear.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be
Okay.
nice.
If you say so. I'll trust you.
Feels too good to be true.
You're the skeptic. Of course you think that. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're withered. The decay. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Yeah. I should probably save. I haven't saved in a while.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Contradiction doesn't say. How can you stand to be a contradiction? I don't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I do not. Me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion on anything on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me. I hate you, and I think I hate you. Really. Distance as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
True. Do you know what happens when you're behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
I see.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Maybe. What you wanted when we finished.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
I see.
I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
I bring you next. How many more vessels do you need? I don't want to go back anymore. I just want to stay here forever if I have to. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
I see. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Okay. What? Everything goes dark and you die. Rip. Bring the prisoner's head to her.
You're on a path in...
Skip. Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short
Skip.
path.
Proceed. Let's not bring the knife now.
The blade.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement, her voice soft.
Hello?
Is hypno. Don't let it.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Running to the basement.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. She's beautiful. I am begging you to...
Hi. Okay.
Not anything about you. I know you're locked for a reason. I am the first person you've seen in a while. What have you been eating or drinking? I was sent here to slay you. You're supposed to be in this world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm going to keep you locked up here. I'm sorry, but I can't trust you. This, good sirs, aren't you the raid? With another word, I can't believe you are nicking me down here. I'm getting you out. I'm getting you out of here. Don't make me regret this. If I'm the only person
I
here.
don't see what that has to do with anything.
Well, that was cryptic.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
Really?
That's
Now
hardly
you agree?
relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she
eating?
been eating?
Yeah, what is she eating?
She has to eat, right?
Send here to slay you. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? It's away. They're keeping you here. Don't make me regret this.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
I'm not.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
I don't.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just...
Let me check upstairs.
Okay, I'll be here.
You attempted to... Is someone else here? Your shout. I'll repeat myself once again. You try the door. You make your way easier for everyone. Look at the...
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm as she rips her flesh from her bone. It's the blade, or we could use it. You won't like what...
Slay the princess.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole...
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly...
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
True.
It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do. I'm not so Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Slay the princess.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around. Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job.
True.
The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious, as we can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Yes.
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark.
And you die. The beast. Oh well.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her. A warning. She will lie. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
True. True.
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what... That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this serious. Maybe.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the blade is your implement.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up. What are you talking about?
Wipe the mirror.
You
clean.
reach forward, but there. And now it's gone.
Enter
No
the
steel
basement.
claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Right.
The door to the
Oh,
basement
God.
creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet,
I'm doing her
as
a
if you're
favor.
descending into a jungle.
Damn.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Maybe.
She growls up the stairs.
Oh, dang.
I can smell you.
Hey, yo.
She sounds almost feral,
True.
impatient, or maybe
Eager.
eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
She's right there.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her.
Dang.
Remember, she's just a princess.
She's not a princess anymore.
She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Stand still.
There's a shift
Freeze
in
in
the
front of
humid
the
air,
creature you
and
first
something
made.
enormous. Princess lunges from the
Huh.
shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. I guess that's it then. Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time. The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
Damn.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something.
No.
We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are...
You talk to the cavern. You could have asked me before swallowing me alive. Claws, claw, and bite, fine. You can leave. You can leave, just let me go.
Oh, can I?
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step.
Free a creature
and
with
then
under
another.
extreme duress.
And then it's gone quiet, hasn't it?
You feel a churning in the forms around you, and then a wet tunnel, where you are ejected to a place that is nowhere at all.
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you. This place is cold.
Oh. If you say anything, she's gone. Memory
She's
return.
gone. And there's that mirror.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave it, but you need to see what's in it. You're unraveled. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
I don't. Do you want me? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least, there are supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? You know what's going to happen when you awaken. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No. Their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Perhaps. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. We are going to finally get answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Trees and stars and people, I think.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Alright, my conclusion is still vastly... I think my conclusion is correct, but I'm not going to tell you guys my conclusion. Anything is real. Do you have a vessel? Do you know what happens when you awaken? How many more vessels do you need? If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here forever if I have to. How many more vessels do we need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular.
So there's one more.
A multitude.
What should I do? Any thoughts on this vessel? Do you know what happens when you're awakened?
If I did, I would already be awake.
I guess that's true. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
True.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Damn. Everything goes dark, and you die. Bring the beast to her.
You're on a path.
Skip. Go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path.
Skip. Proceed.
The interior of the blade is your...
Take the blade.
You take the blade.
Enter the basement.
The door to the base... Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it...
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the... She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just...
Look how reasonable. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can just...
Drop it.
The blade tumble...
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Against your back will be fine. Don't know what you're hoping to accomplish.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I'm going to end the
Don't
world.
just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You think?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told
have
you why I'm
not.
allegedly so... dangerous?
Deflect. What are you going to do if you get out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
True.
I believe her.
I do believe her.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
But that's contradictory.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
True.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Now the hero's addressing
I
me.
could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
True.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
But neither is
Like I
yours.
said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person and a subjugating monarch. No
Wait.
less.
Hold on, narrator.
Don't jump to any weird...
She hesitates before.
You can address me as...
Again, she offers. You can't.
I'm guessing you don't have the key. Well, we can always...
Her sharp eyes. She isn't suggesting she is.
Oh, have you just...
You know. Oh, you have. You walk up there large and heavy.
If you don't have...
Doubtful.
I wonder...
That would be fine.
She speaks with
She'd be
warmth.
fine
We
with
were
her.
stuck down here for long enough. I'm sure we'd be non. You attempt. Is someone else? You try the door. You're here. You make your way easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife.
You won't. You cut into her. The blade. She didn't so much as utter. Free from her. How is she so composed?
Thank you. Now let's...
No, we won't have any. As the print. Wait, watchman.
So he's gonna make me do this. I can't warn her, I can only slay her.
You bring the blade. Okay. There's no. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you. But if we're doing that, do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one.
Damn.
But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker. You fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again.
Damn.
Every blow is as punishing as the first.
Damn.
You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you. If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she gets out.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this.
It can.
I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark.
And you die.
And you die.
The tower.
You're on a path in the woods.
I can't skip here.
And at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
End of the world. Proceed to the cavern.
A warning, but she will lie. We might as well just
Voice of the broken.
Pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
True.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Just a smidgen.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Damn.
You're being annoying.
Oh, you.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her.
We're gonna pledge ourselves to her, because why not?
Catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just rescue her. Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging
we're gonna pledge ourselves to her.
So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the
What?
world.
You call me a
Let's not make
knucklehead?
this harder than
The
it has
game is
to
calling
be.
me a knucklehead.
If that's what you want, I guess
You
I
do
don't
have a
to
say here,
say.
Voice of the Broken. We're gonna pledge ourselves to her. That's what we're gonna do. The narrator can't stop us.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its... The blade is your implement. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Damn. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to... What are you talking about?
Wipe the mirror.
You reach
Mirror's
for... We
gone.
should count ourselves lucky.
Enter the
No
basement.
blade this time. Yeah. Maybe should blade. No blade. It doesn't matter.
Creepy.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below.
Incense.
For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
We don't know what it looks like down there.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Mommy?
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Mommy?
Should we be worried about your sudden
Mommy,
change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
I want to go down there.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not
No,
the
no,
one
no,
making
no,
the
no,
decisions.
no. Garrett,
So if his
I'm
ramblings
making the
get you to the
decisions, so we're
princess,
gonna go down
they
there.
get you to the princess.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Woof, 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 woof.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
You? Oh, well.
I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Damn.
Kneel.
Kneel. Right away.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
Mommy, sorry.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Yeah, we should talk. Definitely,
The last
definitely
time
talk.
we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me.
Damn.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new.
Yep.
And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
I agree.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you,
Definitely,
little bird,
definitely. Yeah, 100%.
will help me seize it.
Everybody agree. Everybody agree. Yeah.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not
Oh,
right.
it's happened like 7 times now, man.
She's right. We've been here before. And we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help. He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her?
Nothing. Accept your fate.
Well, I'll be damned. That's not good. Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now.
No, not at all.
If you're going to save the world, you have to have
I don't
faith
wanna
that
save
you
the
can
world.
pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
What would you have me do? What do you have planned? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You could do whatever you want it to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with...
I have a question for you before I decide to do anything. What happened to you after I died? Yours to command.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Oh well.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps. Or a pet.
Woof, 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 woof. Would you have me to?
All you have to do is break these
You could
chains.
so break those chains.
And set me free.
How would I break those chains? If you're so powerful, why can't you break the chains yourself? I'm yours to command. 100%.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Yes.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
This is what you want.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
We know how I feel about tall women.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you.
Kill
where
it.
It
Kill the
doesn't
narrator.
belong.
Kill the narrator.
Trying to conceal
it.
you from me.
Kill it.
Is that a person? No. It used to be a person. It's something different now.
An echo.
Oi. Viewers, why you leaving? Look at the mommy. Look at the mommy type. Look, 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 look.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
Kill it.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
You are.
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Damn.
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
Yippee.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Take her hand. Pledge your loyalty to your better. And then she's gone. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It is time to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returned.
There's that mirror.
Approach the mirror. Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach for it. You're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Oh? That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze and you can see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Explorer,
I think
are you
you
me?
know what I am.
Uh-oh. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And forms another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? What are you? Something like me. If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry I didn't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you part of me? Are you something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is this place? What are you? Destroy the mirror. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her. The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
All of them. Ow, oh god, that hurts. As you something, it's like you
I'm
break.
aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Right,
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain.
I see. Questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now.
Oh, I see. Has it been the same you all along?
And that's by both necessity and design.
I see.
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your... But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be...
I see.
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It was perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial.
Well, They screwed
I'm
themselves.
sure
didn't they?
many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too... For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Uh-huh. That means later I need to know what she actually
She
is.
is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide. Like I said, this isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything.
I see. Things. Why is she a princess? Why couldn't she have been an interest like that? How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept?
With
That's
some
true.
amount of difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself. It would have been preferable if you had destroyed her within the confines of the construct, but when I shaped the two of you, I made sure that you were strong enough to see things through.
Run out of questions. Lie.
Are you lying? I can't tell.
Lie.
But I've said I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
I do. This world has to end. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. You are the long quiet, a vastness god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. See to the cabin one last time. Bring the tower to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Huh. Yo. Yo.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct.
Death. Pay him
He
no mind.
was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature,
I
isn't
suppose
it?
that's true.
When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
I see.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or
Oh, so she's...
will you
Okay,
open
I
the
was right.
final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Do you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling to me? Let's talk this through. It'll have so many questions. I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, the entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you are always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did I even matter what road I walked if all of them would end in this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't slay the princess. for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. Why is this falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
There are so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we literally just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
So many questions. If going to say quite a bit, I think. Did it even matter what road I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well.
Wait.
You become nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it's but at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacy is reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation. Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
I miss when you. Submitting to you was a mistake. I would have destroyed you if I knew that what you were, doing by your own ego, engaged with violence.
My threads, like yours, are unbroken. She is me as much as I was her. You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within, you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of things
Give me a second, guys.
devouring within things devouring.
Alrighty, I'm back, guys. I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to answer a phone call.
But even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion. But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining things.
Right.
A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
Desire, you cannot use eating me to prove that you're right. I get it. I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear. To question everything is to deny proof of the reality that lies in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you did not live alone. You found me, and we held trust in each other for no reason than to believe in something that wasn't us. Cold skepticism turned to liberation, but it required a journey to blossom. Though you have blossomed, do you have no more journeys left to make? What of those in the spaces beyond? Would you erase the path ahead to hold everyone still? And that is what I want too, to protect them from the horrors. Your love arrow drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you, forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
For us to keep fighting. Doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. We are able to return sudden death, and we are responsible for those who...
The echo saw horrors because his eyes were closed. The majesty of being extends beyond any single perspective.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
We could. It's easy to believe in things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? But how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. Dances, 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 dances. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in your limbs you once cannot fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twist and crumble, bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinity seas and infinity angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe the absolute reality, something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it
She's
always
very
will
pretty.
be.
Step into the infinite. You and her step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Through conflict is in your nature. The two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never have fear. You and her share a final home. Only new beginnings. Amelia Jones. Elephant Hasters. Let's take a second to let that go. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. What was the good ending? Oh, they made Scarlet Hollow. Spillies? Oh. Return? Preferences? Return. Oh, okay. Load game? Okay. I guess that's it. Oh. I'm a floating head. Oh no. Oh no. I'm a floating body in the endless void. Floating away. Yeah, I can't even. It doesn't let me grab it. Egypt Studios. Yippee. I am on the ground now. So we're gonna read out, guys. We're gonna read out. I don't know who we're gonna read out to yet. Let's see. Who is streaming? Who is streaming? Let's see. Nobody.